Imagine waking up tomorrow, stepping outside, and seeing the sun rise in the west. How would your entire world change? It sounds like science fiction, but what if it actually happened? What if overnight the Earth reversed its rotation? We're about to dive into the mind-bending reality of what would happen if our planet suddenly spun backward, exploring everything from bizarre weather patterns to a completely redefined calendar. Get ready to rethink everything you know about our home. The first day would be absolute chaos. As the sun blazes a new trail across the sky, from west to east, our internal biological clocks would be thrown into total disarray. Every living creature, from the smallest insect to us, is tuned to the 24-hour cycle of sunrise and sunset. This sudden reversal would cause profound disorientation. Imagine the global confusion. Scientists would scramble to understand this impossible astronomical event, while governments would grapple with mass panic. Your morning coffee would feel like a midnight snack, and your sense of time itself would be shattered. But the immediate disorientation is just the beginning. The real planet-altering changes would start with our climate and geography. The Coriolis effect, the force that dictates the direction of winds and ocean currents, would flip. A powerful Gulf Stream, which brings warm water to Europe, would reverse, potentially plunging the continent into a new ice age. Trade winds that circle the globe would switch direction, completely rewriting our weather maps. Think about the world's great deserts. The Sahara, the Gobi, the Atacama, these arid landscapes exist because of prevailing wind patterns that carry moisture away. If those winds reversed, they could start bringing rain. Vast deserts could bloom into lush green savannas over centuries. Conversely, places like the Amazon rainforest, the lungs of our planet, could face catastrophic drought as their life-giving rains are diverted elsewhere. The world map as we know it would be redrawn by nature itself. Coastlines would face new, powerful currents, leading to massive erosion in some areas and the creation of new land in others. For life on Earth, this would be the ultimate test of survival. Plant life is intricately adapted to specific amounts of sunlight and specific seasons. A reversed day-night cycle would be a death sentence for countless species. Those that could adapt, perhaps by changing their growth patterns or flowering times, would be the new kings of the plant kingdom. Animal migration would be thrown into utter chaos. Birds, whales, and insects that navigate using the Earth's magnetic field and the position of the sun would be lost. Their ancient routes, followed for millennia, would lead to inhospitable new territories, or directly into new predators. Food chains that have been stable for thousands of years would collapse and reform in unpredictable ways. Some species would face extinction, while others, perhaps previously unnoticed, would find new opportunities to thrive in this radically changed world. And what about us? Humanity would face the monumental task of rebuilding civilization from the ground up. Our agriculture is based entirely on the predictable seasons and sunlight patterns of our world. We have to abandon traditional farming regions and embark on a massive global project to find new fertile lands. Our infrastructure, from ports designed for specific currents to power grids optimized for daytime demand, would become obsolete. We would need to fundamentally rethink how and where we live. This isn't just about practical challenges. Our entire society would need a reboot. Timekeeping itself would be questioned. Would we stick to a 24-hour clock? How would we define a new day, a new year? Legal systems built on centuries of land ownership and international borders would be challenged as coastlines shift and resources appear in new places. Our most ancient cultural stories, myths, and religions, many of which are centered around the sun's journey across the sky, would have to be reinterpreted. The psychological impact would be immense. Living in a world that is literally backward would challenge our very perception of reality. Over the long term, the forces of evolution would take hold in this new world. Organisms would be under immense pressure to adapt. We might see the evolution of animals with different sensory abilities to navigate a reversed world, or plants with entirely new methods of photosynthesis. For humans, would this pressure drive new technological innovations, or would it fracture our global society? The challenge could unite us in a common goal for survival, or it could lead to new conflicts over dwindling resources in a world we no longer understand. This brings us to the ultimate questions. Could a backward spinning Earth ever regain its original spin? Probably not without an external cosmic event of unimaginable power. And the biggest question of all, could humanity survive such a radical transformation? Our ingenuity and adaptability are our greatest strengths. We've survived ice ages, supervolcanoes, and asteroid impacts. But this would be a challenge unlike any other, testing the limits of our science, our cooperation, and our will to live. Exploring a scenario like this does more than just bend our minds. It makes us appreciate the delicate, intricate balance of the world we have right now. The predictable sunrise, the steady seasons, the familiar currents, all these are part of a complex system that allows life to flourish. It is a profound reminder of our place in a universe of infinite possibilities and how fortunate we are to call this forward-spinning, beautifully balanced planet our home. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into a world turned upside down, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into the what-ifs of our universe. See you next time.